I didn't even get background music prepared for this. Hold on. Check, check. Hi. That emote. The one that looks lewd. Okay, yes, I am Fluttershy. I'm always shy. I've been decent. The usual. People sent me gifts. Someone sent me a nun outfit and someone sent me a bunny outfit. I'm good. How are you? Hi. Oh yeah, Flustershy. I didn't realize you wrote it like that until now. I literally I just jumped on the stream and I'm still wearing what I was taking pictures in. And I sent the pictures to Black and Hi. I did have a bunny suit. I had a different bunny suit. I don't know where all my outfits are. I'm gonna have to look through stuff. When I moved, everything was like boxed in different places. I'm not entirely sure What is punk rock exactly? Like, specifically? Yeah, I'm not going to BabsCon anymore, but I'm probably going to Everfree. I'm like really nervous about it. I'm like more nervous than usual. It's going to America that's making me nervous. Should I just press on this video? Oh, okay, Green Day, yeah. Actually, that's loud, isn't it? It's on low volume, but it's probably still... Okay. I don't know what you're hearing. So, there's a story. Am I gonna get copyright striked for this? Probably. It's just gonna mute. Oh. Yeah, it's fine. It usually just mutes it. And at least the YouTube VOD, it doesn't mute it, it just demonetizes it. Oh no, I've gone to America a lot, but recently I'm really nervous for political reasons. Yeah, so what I was talking about, I was gonna say, I used to be in rock band classes. I used to play the guitar in rock band classes. And we did do Green Day stuff. Yeah. Okay, let's... It's a pretty... I thought it was over. It's a pretty long song. That was only the halfway point. Oh. Well, some of the songs I listen to are long. I mean, I like long songs. You can... Well, if you're telling a story in the song, you can get through. I like storytelling songs. Wait, what? 9 seconds? Oh, I get it. I get it. A short attention span. I sometimes have a short attention span, but sometimes not. It really depends. So, oh, it's, no, I thought another video started playing. Yeah, before I did singing, I mean, technically I did singing for a long time. I was in choir in elementary school, but then I stopped for a bit because I got nervous about it. That's like been an on and off thing. I used to sing a lot when I was, really little. I used to sing while at the store. When younger me had more confidence. And I used to sing, so I used to be into, this game called Webkins, where you have, like, pets that you have a secret code that, you log them in online, and they had, like, music, and I would sing those. I would sing those with, oh, I guess the music just stopped for a minute. That was just part of it. I would sing stuff with my brother. But back when, not even the brother, the anime loving brother, the other one, he changed when he got older. Well, one of my brothers is a drum player. The other brother does a lot of things. And he has more subscribers than me on YouTube now. Damn it. He grew fast. Yeah, he made a comedy channel recently where he just does ridiculous skits. But he used to have a different channel where he would do magic tricks. I logged into it recently because I was curious. I had a leopard. That was my second one. Wait, no, that was my first one. My first one was a leopard, and her name was Catsy. With a Z for some reason. I was like 5, so. Oh, and all of them, like, none of them, only the later ones that I had uppercases in their names. Some of them are misspelled. And it doesn't let you change their names later, so I was just stuck with misspelt names. Okay, so you want me to list them all? But Catsy the leopard, Sydney the striped cat? What are they called? There's a lot more. Eaglet the eagle, Boston the Boston Terrier. Yeah, I'm so creative with names. Daisy the lioness. Water lily the love frog. Winter the lamb. Flame the cardinal bird. I don't remember what that bird is called. Jade the nightmare. Sarah the some sort of dog. The one, wait, a white fluffy dog. Something shepherd dog. Pinky. This was before I watched MLP. Pinky. The dog with the bow in her hair. I don't remember what it's called. Silver the silver soft cat. Bubblegum the bubblegum cheeky cat. Yeah, I was so creative with names when I was younger. Peppermint the peppermint puppy. So creative. Pumpkin pie, the pumpkin puppy. They're literally just, I just named them what they are. Okay, I messed up. I was so upset because I messed up Pumpkin Pie's name. And I just wrote Pumpkin and it stuck that way. But his name is Pumpkin Pie. It's just messed up on the site. Tropical the tree frog. I don't know how many I went through. Oh, Muddy the mud hippo. Storm cloud the regular hippo. Angel the some sort of dog. I don't know. But I misspelled her name and her name is Angle. Well. Snowstorm the why am I husky? Is I'm your Angle. Who else is there? Oh, right. Snowflake. Snowflake the seal. Sparkle the seahorse. Oh yeah, Cotton Candy the Cotton Candy Bunny. Again, I'm so creative with names. that one is so dirty because I used to take her camping. They all had their own personalities too. And my thing was that Cotton Candy was super into hiking and rock climbing and stuff. And I'd walk them like on a leash. The leash was a belt. That's how they got so dirty, because I would just like walk them on the ground. Now her colors are faded because of that. Oh yeah, and okay, so Peppermint was my purse dog. I would always like put her in my bag and bring her with me. And she always wore a red bow on her head. Sounds familiar. Except mine is black because edgy. And my hair is red, so. But Peppermint's personality was like, she was the mean girl for some reason. Because she was like fashionable. Oh yeah, and I would play with them with my brother's webkins. They both had their own webkins. Some of theirs had funny names. I can even remember theirs names. My brother Sean's first webkins was a bear named Danger Bear. That's where mine got called Danger Catsy. That was my username, because, and then my youngest brother's username was Danger Dog. Yeah. It was all related. Danger Cat was taken, so I did Danger Catsy. That was my username on everything when I was younger, until I changed it to DarkNightPrincess. Well, I made new accounts called DarkNightPrincess when I was 15-ish. Really? Everyone was obsessed with it when I was in elementary school. It was like, everyone was talking about it. Like when I was in first grade, it started to get popular. It was my obsession. I was so obsessed with it. They were like my pets. My pets that could talk. Oh yeah, I also had one of those, the hamsters, when that was a thing, and the sweetie one, the pink one. It was a side thing on Webkins. Oh yeah, and there used to be a Littlest Pet Shop one, and I had a pink cat, and I named her Fern. Okay, the reason I named her Fern is because that was a character from one of my imagination games that I used to play. Pink cat named Fern. Well, at least it was more creative than my other names. Hi. But I lost that one, and I was like so upset about it, because like they were like my pets, and they were like, I was super attached to them. But I was embarrassed that it was upsetting me so much, so I tried to hide that I was that upset. Because I thought people would think it's dumb. And so one time I was hanging out with friends, a few of them. We were watching TV, and so there was this scene where like a stuffed animal gets shredded, and I just break down crying, and I was so embarrassed. I was too embarrassed to say what had upset me because I thought it would be dumb. Oh, but I used to break down crying a lot when I was younger, and it was very embarrassing. Because people did not get it. Like, I knew what I was upset about was usually dumb, but I couldn't control it. One time, I broke down because I was scared to buy my lunch. And this was in first grade, I think. Because I wasn't used to it. And I was suddenly, like, given this change from what I was used to. And like, my mom was like, said she forgot my lunch and then gave me money to go buy it at the school store. I'd never done that before, so I got like super anxious. And yeah, I've always been overly anxious. And I was in first grade. So I was just like, I had a temper tantrum over this. That was so embarrassing in front of everyone. And I kept like begging my mom not to leave, and she was getting mad at me. And I just wouldn't stop crying, like I just wouldn't stop because I didn't get what I wanted. So the entire class just left without me. They went to the library and just left me there. And I was ignored, like I was just ignored while I was crying for a really long time. Everyone just ignored me. This was the most embarrassing thing ever. And then, like, the kids kind of made fun of me for that. Like, I got bullied by the boys in the class for being too emotional. And, I also had a dream about this. Where, like, the same scenario happened. I don't know if this happened. I swear this happened before, like, and I was like, did my dream just predict this was going to happen? That I was gonna be upset and everyone was gonna ignore me? I mean, every single time that's what happens. At least it used to be. I would be emotional and people's response to it would be ignore her. But that was not the solution. The solution was to listen, and then I would stop being upset. And my parents were no help because they just said, they just told me to stop being so emotional, like it was something I had control over. Like, I was trying to talk to them about it, and they're like, just stop crying then. Thanks, that actually made it way worse. I lost my train of thought. Well, I had a dream. Yeah, in this dream, all the students in the class, they were singing and dancing, and I think maybe I got nervous or something. But I really wanted to join them, and then I got emotional and started crying, but then everyone just continued doing it without me, and no one helped me. Basically all my dreams were like this when I was a kid. Well, all my dreams involved me being chased and everyone ignoring me. I got used to it though. I stopped being scared because I had it so often. And I started being able to tell that I was dreaming like every single night. I could tell, and it just started being fun to me. I lost that a little bit. Sometimes I can't tell I'm dreaming anymore. Well, now it's like if I realize that I'm dreaming, it's just like, brain fucky. I just remembered one. The one that I had, it's been a bit ago now, but the one where I was drawing and my family wanted my attention, but I was hyper focused on drawing, so I didn't listen to them. So my mom just stabs me through my neck with a pair of scissors. Real thoughts, but very exaggerated. A very exaggerated version of what used to happen. Like, but in the past it was, I got hyper fixated on something and then they just wouldn't understand. Oh yeah, one time I have a scar from scissors. Yeah. When I was like 12, I sat on scissors by accident. Okay, how this happened was there was like a bag of art supplies in the back of the car, and we were going on a trip. We were going camping, and it was like open, it wasn't closed properly, and the scissors fell out behind the chair. And then there was just scissors sticking out of the chair behind me, and I lean back and like I just get stabbed by the scissors, and this car is moving, so I can't like I can't get it out. And, yeah, apparently it was pretty bad because I still have a scar from that. In a weird place. Yeah, now I have a scar, like, right above my butt. Oh yeah, I could talk forever about my dreams. They can be pretty interesting, but also pretty messed up a lot of the time. Like, there's some that are just, like, too bad that I'm not gonna share them. At least not publicly. Like, even worse than, my mom stabbing me. Worse than that. And I'm pretty open. Look. But some of these topics are like, that's just way too weird. Like, I'll even tell you. Oh yeah, I just remembered something that was happening in my dream last night, and I didn't realize this was this is the one detail I remember suddenly, that I just kept picking at my skin, and it just kept getting. Okay, now I suddenly remember all the details of this dream. That happens, but that was just a random part of it. There was like there's a scab on my skin, and I just kept picking at it, and it kept getting worse, and it kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. It was just like, it was like swelling up. But apart from that part, this dream was pretty normal. That part, that was freaking me out, because in this dream I couldn't tell this was a dream because it was realistic. Yeah, it was like it was so bad. It was changing color, colors that skin shouldn't even be able to be. Multiple different colors. Like, purple and then orange. And I was, okay, the other part of this dream, I was just, at the lake by my grandparents' house, and I was selling stuff. I don't know, I was selling my voice acting at the lake. I don't know, dream logics. That makes so much sense. Like, everyone had these stands, and for some reason, I was selling voice acting at my stand. Like, how? It's not something you physically sell. It's not a physical thing. But for some reason, I just, like, started wanting to sell food for some reason. I just got this, like, sudden urge. I'm like, I kind of want to be a baker. I don't know, this happens sometimes in my dream. Where I just get this sudden thing, random thing I want to do really badly. So I started, like, I was thinking about making foods and selling it at the stand, but I didn't even get that far. And I wasn't the only one selling voice work. There was another person who is like, they're actually a person, but they don't do voice acting, but they were selling voice acting, and apparently they were getting high reviews for it, but I got more reviews. It was someone from cons. And yeah, that's about all the dream was, as far as I can remember. Not that extreme compared to my usual dreams. Like the one I had the night before, where I was on a plane. Okay, was on a plane crash at first. That was the first thing that happened. Well, where the pilot was intentionally crashing the plane because, for some reason. He wanted to practice uncrashing a plane, basically. I don't know. And it works somehow. Dream logics. He crashed the plane into the water, but he somehow pulled it back out of the water, and then he did it again repeatedly. He kept doing it. I'm like, stop! No, sleep paralysis is awful. Like, normal dreams are fine, but sleep paralysis is like the worst thing ever. Like, one of the scariest things I've experienced over and over and over again. My medication has made me stop having it. I think a lot of people just think they don't dream, but they just don't remember their dreams. I've always been pretty good at remembering my dreams. But yeah, it started with the plane thing, and then I think, this dream feels like it was so long. I thought I overslept. Then I was at a convention, and then, we were going back, and, we were going back via river for some reason, and I was with my family now. We were going back via tubes down the river. And, there was a dock, but it was like further. It wasn't attached to the land. And then I looked at the water, and it looked like so deep, extremely deep, like looking down. It was so deep. Looked way deeper than it should be. But then I saw someone walking on it as if it was shallow, and I was confused, like illusion or something. They were just walking on the water. And I was scared to go in it. Well, I did not trust this, but my family were like, it's fine, it's safe, it's totally safe. Going down the river, it's totally safe, obviously. So I'm like, okay. They pushed the dock towards me because apparently that's something you knew, so I could just walk onto the dock, and then they gave me the tube so I didn't have to touch the water. I'm like, okay, let's do this. Then I started like drifting down the stream on the tube, and it was like one of those rides. It was like one of those rides at water slide parks where you go onto the tubes, except way more extreme. Like you would go down like these waterfalls, like, and it was like that. It was not a normal river. Well, there's like the bumps, like the small, it started like small with like the currents, and it got worse and worse until I went down a waterfall into, it ended in like a pond sort of thing. And there were crocodiles in the pond. So I had to get out of the water. Like, no. Okay, I think as I was going down towards the pond, I saw the crocodiles, and I was like, no, stop. And I fell out of the tube, and the crocodiles were coming towards me, and I was like trying to rush to the side, and then I had to warn my family, who weren't listening to me, that there were crocodiles at the bottom. I'm like, there's no crocodile. Think something like that. It's hard to fully remember. But that's generally how my family act in my dreams. And it's sort of like how they acted in real life. This was more just interesting than scary to me, honestly. I'm so desensitized to crazy things happening in my dreams that it just feels like I'm the main character in some crazy story. Which is exciting to me. But yeah, that wasn't it. After I got out of the water, there were creatures. I don't know how to describe these creatures, but they started chasing us up the hill. They were like monsters, part animal. I just never get a break. I hydrated. But I'm pretty every day, right? Well, no, that didn't actually happen. Yeah, totally. I went down a river on tubes into a pond full of alligators in real life, yeah. It could happen, but I'm not that crazy. And yeah, after that, I woke up at, okay, first there was a ton of monsters. They just kept coming more and more. At first my family were there, but then they were suddenly nowhere to be seen, and all these monsters were coming after me. But then my dad was there again, and for some reason the monsters weren't going after him. They were just going after me. He somehow was getting along with the monsters, and he wasn't helping me. But then, apparently I woke up back at the campsite, and apparently it was all just a dream in my dream. At this point, I think I thought I actually woke up, but no, I'm still in his dream. That's happened multiple times before. And then I was writing the story of my crazy dream, not realizing I was still dreaming. Oh yeah, and then the last part, we were at home at my old place, back from the trip, and my brother had a friend over, and he was showing him around, and I went into my room, my old room, and I was feeling really nostalgic, and then there was a plushie on the roof above me. Very nostalgic moment. And apparently that was a prank because my brother said that I was afraid of elephant plushies. A flashback to a really old dream a long time ago. It wasn't an elephant plushie though, it was a different animal, but there have been different animals that came to life. It moved and I was like freaking out about this, but no one else could see it moving, just me. It started chasing me around the room, like, I haven't had a dream like that in forever. I wasn't even that bothered by this because it was mostly just funny, and it was nice. It was like going back to the past. Hi. Okay, water. Because when I was younger, every single dream that had an elephant in it, the elephant was evil. But the original ones were that there was a plushie, a zebra plushie in the middle of the floor that came to life when I poked it, and for some reason I just kept poking it even though it got bigger every time I poked it. That was a repeating dream I had over and over again, and it turned into an elephant. I was so terrified that my family had to get rid of the zebra stuffy because I thought it was evil. Like, I would, in my dream, I'd wake up in my room and there'd be a zebra stuffy just sitting there in the middle of the floor, and this felt so real too. Because, like, I just wake up in my dream and it looks like I'm in my room. But it wasn't sleep paralysis because I could move. That was, like, a very common dream when I was a kid. Me waking up and then weird things happening. Hi. But I also had, sleep paralysis. Paralysis a lot ever since I was a kid. The earlier ones aren't as terrifying as the ones I had as a teen, but as a kid, me was terrified of it. Kid me had no idea what was going on. It was usually the earlier ones where I could feel like horses walking on top of me and I couldn't move. Like, it felt like a bunch of horses were walking on me. The earliest one is the dinosaur dream where I was like 3 or something. The worst is the feelings. Like, I get, there's seeing things, hearing things, and feeling things. And usually it's all of them combined. But yeah, it's all like super realistic. Even if I'm aware that I'm dreaming, usually I am totally aware. At least The more recent ones I had. I haven't had them for a while, but the last ones I had, I got so used to it that immediately when I can't move, I'm like, okay, it's sleep paralysis. And I knew, but that didn't make it any less scary because everything felt so real and having zero control over my body or thoughts, like... Yeah, I've tried everything to stop it and nothing would work. I've tried not thinking, but not thinking just made me think about more creepy stuff and start saying more creepy stuff. Oh, as soon as I think, oh no, I'm in sleep paralysis, just clear your mind, be calm. As soon as I think about that, I remember all the other scary stuff that happened in past sleep paralysis dreams, and that starts happening. Like, don't think of scary stuff, don't think of scary stuff. Wait, if I think about not thinking of scary stuff, I'm thinking of scary stuff. Damn it. But yeah, some of the later ones that I had when I was a teen, I had them almost every night at that point because I was super anxious and not sleeping. And because of stuff going on with my family and other stuff. I was still going to school as well after not sleeping all night. I feel like I was able to stay up longer when I was younger. Like, when I was a teen, staying up all night, I could do it easily without, like, issue. But it might have also been anxiety keeping me awake as well, so I was just like, that helped me push myself. Okay, so the issue, being afraid to sleep because I might have sleep paralysis, but lack of sleep causes sleep paralysis, so problem. Yeah, some of the ones back then, there was like, I look beside the bed, I can't move my head when I'm paralyzed, like, at all. So, I'm just stuck staring that way. And there's my laptop is in the middle of the room floating with a cursed video playing on the screen. Of just like static. And then there's a voice talking about the cursed video, and I can't look away from the cursed video. Like, I'm not supposed to look at it because it's cursed, but I can't look away. I can't turn my head. The best I can do is close my eyes in the dream, but that doesn't block out the voice or the feelings. I think, okay, this theory, my grandma said one time that she walked in on me, being asleep with my eyes open, so I'm pretty sure that means when I'm in sleep paralysis, my eyes are actually open. That would make sense. And you can see the room, but you're hallucinating. Okay, one of the ones after that, around the same time, I thought I was being suffocated. by a hug feeling that felt like my ex's hug. And well, first it was the pillow was in my face and I couldn't breathe, but I couldn't move. So I could not get the pillow out of my face. And then to make it worse, I feel like as if someone is hugging me and holding me down. And it feels like a feeling I've felt before. Like, I could specifically remember it. It's the hug of my ex, specifically. But yeah, that's all that happened in that dream. Eventually, I woke up and was fine, but I thought I was literally going to suffocate. But I saved this question because it's weird to randomly talk about, but while we're on the topic, so during this time I was really anxious because I had a strong fear of dying. And I couldn't stop being anxious. It started, well, I've always had that fear, like, ever since I was a little kid. Even when, like, I remember this, I feel like I remember this first moment where it's like, when my grandpa passed away when I was 3. And my parents were like, it's fine, he goes to heaven. I swear I did not believe it, even when I was like 3 years old. Like, I was already thinking, but what if there isn't a heaven? And yeah, I kept having these thoughts, like, over the years. They kept getting worse. The next time I thought about this, I was in 1st grade, and, someone had said something to me. So one of the boys in my class was, he drew a picture of dogs, and he said when his dogs get older that he would send them over to my place to kill me. And I was terrified because I thought he was serious, because I was like 5 or 6. And they were bullying me because I was emotional. But I eventually told this to my dad, and he yelled at their parents, so that stopped. I was scared. It took me a bit to like say it though, because I was nervous to say it. But yeah, I got especially bad when I was a teen. Interesting thing is, I started being obsessed with horror, and I don't know if that related. Or horror was a coping method, maybe? like, things that scared me, suddenly I started liking. I think seeing it as like not real or something. Okay, I think the reason I was drawn to horror and sad things is the emotions behind it. Like, the emotions the characters are showing. Like, it feels like I have someone who can relate to me. But I don't know if the horror obsession, I don't know if it was directly that. I started like seeing some more disturbing things during that time, like more than just fictional stuff, and that like messed up my head. And when I was 15, I went vegetarian because I couldn't stop thinking. Yeah, so it was, I was anxious for a while, like, it wasn't as, it got the worst when I was like 17 to 18. But yeah, it was pretty bad when I was 15. Like, I just felt like, okay, I got super upset because my mom squished a bug, and that's what led me to overthinking. A bug. Okay, it was a moth, and, its wings were stuck to, the wings were stuck to a sticky cup, and my mom is like, she said she wanted to put it out of its misery, but to me, I think being alive is better than not being alive. So it disturbed me, even though it's literally just a moth and they don't live that long anyways, but it's still alive to me. Yeah, and then that just made me think about like all animals and all living things. And I just like imagine like, what if it was me? And like, I just like, when it came to dinner, I just couldn't eat meat anymore. Like, I just couldn't because it made me feel so sad. But my parents got mad at me for it. They tried to force me to eat it. They wouldn't even listen to like why I was acting that way. They said I was being stupid. And, that, oh, we eat meat in this family. They always tried to control me and control my life. I do what my family wants me to do. And they were like, well, they kept making so many excuses, like, I don't want to make an extra meal for you, and I'm like, it's fine, I'll make my own meals. But they're like, no you won't. You're gonna make us have to do it for you. But like, yes I will, I'll do it. But they just wouldn't listen to me. But I still refused to eat it. But then my dad said that if I refused to eat it, then, he just threw out what I didn't eat, so I might as well just eat it. He's like intentionally, he just throw it out so I'm not helping anything. But it wasn't really about that for me. It was about emotional reasons. And then they threatened to take my electronics until I decided to eat meat, which was never, because I wasn't going to do it no matter what. But I got emotional and they ignored me. They wouldn't even like talk to me about it. Like never. Whenever I was upset, they wouldn't talk to me. They just ignore me. Like, a lot of the time, I just wanted them to listen to how I feel, but they refused because they only wanted to listen to what they think, like, even later, and like, I didn't listen intentionally because I wanted them to listen to me. They still just refused to listen until I ended up having to move away because they got so bad. Well, I didn't have to move away, but my life would suck if I didn't. They only started listening to me after I left. Oh, also, when I tried to talk to them about my fear, they would brush me off. Because I needed someone to talk to. This is now around the point. Eventually they gave in to me being vegetarian, but it took a lot of fighting. Like, they wouldn't even let me try, like, just let me try. Because they kept making these excuses about, like, that I wouldn't be healthy and stuff like that. It's like, and I'm just like, just let me try. But they didn't even want to let me try. But they eventually accepted it. I think after someone told them that, don't worry, it's just a phase. No, it's not. Because, like, a lot of the other kids were also going vegetarian, but the difference between me and them is it was a phase for them, but it wasn't for me. Because, like, for the other kids, they're just doing it because it seemed like a cool, trendy thing to do. For me, it was something else. Oh, they also said that, oh, people at school must be convincing you to go vegetarian, but there's like a very specific reason behind it that they would never listen to me about. Also, when I was younger, I actually wanted to go a vegetarian before this, but it had to take me breaking down for me to be confident enough to stand up to my parents. Basically. Where I literally felt I couldn't. And I had to. But I think even when I was younger, I was thinking like, I'm an animal lover, why am I not vegetarian? But I was afraid of what my family would think, which was apparently a valid fear. They didn't believe me though that I've wanted to be vegetarian for a while, but it's like not surprising considering how much I've loved animals all my life. But yeah, when I started feeling really anxious when I was dating my ex, and I think he caused it, partially. It was the relationship that made me stressed out and made me start overthinking things because I felt like I was wasting my life being in that relationship. I felt like I was losing my future. Because it wasn't what I wanted. And like every time like I found out what he wanted did not match what I wanted, I'm like, I've made a mistake. But I was too scared to leave. And I was like, I stayed in that relationship unhappy for an entire year before eventually admitting to it. And the only reason I even admitted to it is because he wouldn't stop asking me why I wouldn't say I love you anymore. When I was trying to do homework. I'm like, okay, fine. Like, he just wouldn't leave me alone. But it's a good thing it did come down to that, because it would have been bad if I stayed in that relationship. I love you too. Yeah, the reason I stopped saying I love you to him is because, like, I stopped saying it because I didn't feel I meant it, and I don't like lying to people. I think it was also, I started doing that as a way to try to like go towards admitting to not being happy. So I started small by like stopping saying I love you. Like it was like giving him a hint or something. Because I was really bad at expressing my feelings back then. Due to everyone criticizing me for being too emotional growing up, I became the complete opposite. And it made me feel the worst I've ever felt when I became closed off. But yeah, that's when, during this time, like, at some point during the relationship, I think it was after the things that were said to me, like, the wanting, I think that's when I broke, when he said that his family told him to get me to give up voice acting because it wasn't family oriented. I think that's when I broke, and I just felt like really dull for a really long time. But he didn't seem to get it. That's why I think, well, there's a lot of reasons why I think he's a sociopath, but like, there's a lot of clues hinting at it. He couldn't comprehend why I was upset. He just didn't understand at all. And anytime he tried to guess why I was upset, he would guess a reason that he wanted it to be that made no sense. Like, are you afraid that your parents won't accept us and stuff like that? It's like, no. I wouldn't tell him directly either, though, because, again, I was too scared to talk about my emotions. And then when I did later open up about my emotions, everyone was not very nice about it. As happened when I was younger, when I was open about my emotions, people were not nice about it. Okay, but it's like, it was crazy to me that I could be, like, these days, I can be emotional in public and people aren't mean to me. People actually talk to me. And I lost what I was talking about. Anyway, I was still like, I felt empty. Okay, I'll hydrate. Like, there was just a cloud in my mind for a really long time. Like, it's hard to describe. Things that I normally liked felt dull to me, which was really sad. And everything felt pointless, like... everything in life felt pointless. Because if things don't last forever, then what's the point of anything? Like, I wanted to feel happy about things, but I just couldn't. I wanted to, like, not think. And, I kept having the sleep paralysis over and over again. And, this was also during the point where, my family were splitting. And my dad was, not being very nice to me, to put it lightly. And anytime I tried to talk to my family, I, like, actually tried, like, at some point, I, like, really needed someone to talk to, but I didn't have anyone. So, when I said this to my dad, he was like, oh, it's electronics' fault. It's electronics that are making you feel this way. Which, I'm pretty sure it's the opposite. Honestly, like, if I say some other stuff. And my mom, like, I said to my mom that I couldn't sleep because I was scared. My mom just got annoyed and told me to go to bed. She got annoyed that I was bothering her. And then, okay, when I said I was afraid of dying, when my grandma was around, my mom's mom, the less chill one, sometimes she's chill, but sometimes she's just, like, grumpy. She said that my fear was stupid, like, just straight up. I'm pretty sure that reaction was because she didn't want to think about it, but yeah. Oh, and then this time came where, a final exam for English, and I was not passing at all, ironically, considering that I was really strong writer, but I didn't finish anything on time. I failed my strongest course because I was too slow at doing things. And because of emotions. To add to that, my cat passed away on the night of the final exam. Well, neither of my parents were home. One away for mental reasons, and the other at work, out of town. So my grandparents were the only ones there. And my cat got a blood clot, and it was night, so we couldn't get to the vet. I already knew what it was because the same thing happened to my other cat. I knew what was happening and I was panicking. And I was like kind of mad that we couldn't go to the vet. Because like when they you notice that their back legs are paralyzed, which is an indication that something is wrong, which generally means blood clot. At least from... It's the same thing that happened to my other cat, who had a heart condition. They both had a heart condition. But one of them lived 12 years. That one. That cat that passed away at my final exam was the one I got on my 3rd birthday. Wait. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Maybe he was older than 12. I don't know. I can't map. You know, I got him for my 3rd birthday, and he was around till grade 12. So yeah, maybe he was older than 12. My anxiety and, I never felt I was that depressed, but when I went to get medication, I apparently scored high for depression, so it does run in my family. But I've never been like, well, of course, I've never been, I've never felt like life wasn't worth living, but that's also because I have a fear. Like, very much the opposite. I think life is the most precious thing. But yeah, on the last day of school, I sang a song that relates a lot to me, and it kind of is about hating school. For my choir class, I performed a song that was about, like, being mad because people at school because they don't care about your emotions, something like that. The last thing I did before leaving forever. I think there might have been one more day of school after that, but I think I just didn't bother showing up. I actually, I didn't go to school a lot of times, and my parents did not like it, but they were never home, so I could get away with it. That was a long time ago. I never had any interest in college. I've only ever wanted to do art things, except for when I was really little and I wanted to be a vet because I wanted to help animals, but I changed my mind because I didn't, well, a few reasons. Doing a creative job sounded way more fun, and I didn't want to see animals suffering. I also didn't want to put down animals. I didn't want to be the cause of, like, an animal dying. Technically, I never finished high school because I never had a reason to. I'm vegetarian, not vegan. Meaning I'm okay with milk and eggs because they're from an animal, but they're not part of the animal. And cheese is really good, so I didn't realize a lot of people didn't actually know the difference between vegetarian and vegan. I thought that was like just common knowledge. Copyright? I mean, almost all my YouTube VODs get copyrighted, but you know, I honestly don't care that much because, like, I make pennies off of ad revenue. I'd rather put music I like in my videos than care about it getting copyright striked. Anyways, I need to go to the washroom. Okay, I'm here again. I'm getting distracted looking at Discord. Okay, this should work. Yes. Oh, this is still open. Copyright on YouTube sucks because, like, you did all the work in making the video, and then, like, the copyright owner literally gets the ad revenue for your work. That's the thing. You use their song for, like, 1 second in a video where you did all the work, they get all the ad revenue. That's the one, that's the downside. Yes, this was the comic that I recorded last time. Yeah, I'm just, doing the text fade. sometimes sometimes I just don't do the text fade because it's a lot of extra work, but if I'm showing it on stream, I'm going to put in the extra effort, and if it's a short comic, it's not that hard. I also attempt draw, but I'm not that good at it. Not my art. Ugh. Whoops. I could show me drawing on stream, but I'm embarrassed because I don't think I have any idea what I'm doing. Yeah, but I feel like someone's gonna know better than me and they're gonna see me drawing and be like, you're doing it wrong. Like, I don't know. Well, I'm gonna move this to the other screen. Or do I want editing on the main screen? Wait, which screen did I normally have this on? I'm gonna have to check. This yeah, I had it on the other screen, for sure. Well, you want to see what my drawing looks like? That's not my drawing. This wood is my drawing. Okay. Let's see if this does what I want it to. Let's hope that there's no sus windows up here that I accidentally go to. nothing. It's literally nothing. There. This is what my art looks like. Yes, because I make a lot of sus content, so I need to make sure I close even on my art program because I use it to like edit, to touch up my lewd figures, so I need to close all those tabs so I don't make a mistake. And then, there's Izzy. A lot of these are just art commissions, not mine. I wish I was that good. Here's Blackened. That time I tried drawing Blackened. I don't have a lot because this takes a long time for me because I don't know what I'm doing. Literally, I suck at drawing human. I'm making an attempt. I tried drawing Fluttershy as a human. That's about. Okay, I have some really old drawings on here, like old ones. Where's my old drawings? Like this. A corpse party. The first time. But where's my oldest stuff? This on MS Paint, and it's really small because I didn't know how to size images. I mean, for being drawn on MS Paint, it's decent. This was also MS Paint, I think. This was for an audio drama a really long time ago. Yeah, I used to make art for audio dramas on MS Paint. Oh yeah, this is I used to be obsessed with Grimdark. I mean, technically I'm still obsessed with Grimdark, but I draw on paper sometimes, and yeah. This is like the only one I have that there's a lot of old stuff that I lost because it was on Google Hangouts. I used to draw a lot of stuff on paper and then like take a picture of it. A lot of my old stuff is lost. But yeah, I used to be in art class. Learning digital art is like starting all over again. Use incognito for what? I don't use incognito. I mean, no one really uses my computer, and anyone who might already knows the stuff I look at. No, I was in art class in high school, so no. Okay, I already know what I'm gonna do for background music. We're gonna do, tricks up your sleeve because it's tricksy. Instrumental version. Okay. How does this instrumental sound? Yep, I've used this one before. I used this as background music for an NSFW video one time. Okay, yeah, I like using this when it involves Trixie. We use Trixie's song. It's only 7 p.m. Your time is like opposite of mine. Oh right, we're also gonna need these lines. Let me download those ones.
The great.
Okay. That's wait, this was the right, yes, it was. I'm gonna download that.
Happy birthday!
Wrong comic.
Why would I need a U plushie? Why would I need a U plushie? Why would I need a U plushie?
Okay, I recorded this. You just tell me what to say.
Why would I need a U?
Did I do anything to this audio? No, I did not. Wait, make sure it's the right volume first.
Why would I need a U plushie?
Okay. In a mommy voice. Have a nice day. Have a nice day. Have a nice day. I tried to go deeper. Have a nice day.
Why would I need? What is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? What? Torque. What is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? What? Why would I need a U plushie? Why would I need a U plushie?
Well,
What is this? What is
The
this?
yeah, that one's louder than mine.
The great and powerful.
Also has a little bit of background noise. Okay.
The great and powerful Trixie. The great.
I don't think. Yeah, I think that wasn't even a line. That's just getting into character. Bye.
What is this?
Well.
What
The
is
great
this?
and
What is this? What is this?
I did a lot of takes of that.
Why would I need a plushie of... Why would I need a U plushie? What is this? 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 What is this?
Trixie is gone. You still have a Trixie to cuddle with. Trixie plushie. Made it myself. So when
I think these are just...
powerful
That's just a warm-up.
a Trixie plushie. Made it myself.
What is this?
A trick.
What is this?
A Trixie plushie. Made it myself. Made it myself.
What is this?
A Trixie plush.
What is this?
A Trixie plushie. Made it myself.
What is this?
A Trixie plushie. Made it myself.
Oh. Right.
Made it myself. Made it myself. Made it myself.
What is this?
A Trixie plushie. Made it myself.
I should probably save it in case Sony Vegas decides to crash. It likes to do that.
What is this?
A Trixie plushie. Made it myself. Made it myself. Made it myself.
Why would I need a you plushie? 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 Why would I need a you plushie?
Everyone could use a Mystic plushie.
Why would I need a a you plushie? Why would I need a you plushie?
Made it myself.
Why would I need a you plushie? Why would I need a you plushie? Why would I need a you plushie? Why would I need—
I have something better. There's a body pillow you can get of me. It comes clothed or unclothed, but it's not of this model, it's of Mystic.
What is this?
A Trixie plushie. Made it myself.
Why would I need a you plushie? You plushie.
The great and powerful.
Those were just warm-ups.
You still have a Trixie to cuddle with. Not just a promise. A Trixie plushie. So when real Trixie is gone, you
Just
still have a promise.
A promise. I think that was a blooper.
So when real Trixie is gone,
I meant to add my bloopers into the Deltarune one, but I completely forgot. I still have a clip of me messing it up on stream though.
you still have a Trixie to cuddle with.
I have the part where I went like way too way too freak out in a Susie voice.
So when real Trixie is gone, you still have a Trixie to cuddle with.
Oh dear.
So when real Trixie is gone, you still have a Trixie to cuddle with.
You just gave me an art idea, a comic art idea or something. Mystic cast the want and need it spell on her body pillow. Perfect.
Made it myself.
Why would I need a you plushie?
So when real Trixie is gone, you still have a Trixie to cuddle with. So when real Trixie is gone, you still have a Trixie to cuddle with.
What is this?
A Trixie plushie. Made it myself.
Why would I need a you plushie?
So when real Trixie is gone, you still have a Trixie to cuddle with.
What is this?
A Trixie plushie. Made it myself.
Why would I need a you plushie?
So when real Trixie is gone, you still have a Trixie to cuddle with.
Pause for comedy effect.
With.
Why would I need a you plushie?
So when real Trixie is gone, you still have a Trixie to cuddle with.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because they're unicorns, but they still they still hold it with their hooves instead of they're using their magic, which they could do.
With.
Wait.
What is this?
A Trixie plushie. Made it myself.
Why would I need a you plushie? Why would I need a you plushie?
So when
I'm just like, no long pauses.
real Trixie is gone, you still have a Trixie to cuddle with.
Or I don't know. Why is there there's back I can fix it. Yeah, blank noise. Yeah, I wasn't sure if this or that was better. I use the awkward sound effect a lot.
to cuddle with.
My stomach is growling. I should probably eat something soon. And then just some cute music here. Short. I don't want to download 12 hours of cute background music. Maybe. I think I already downloaded that one. Or maybe not. What is this one? Yeah. Not the vibe I'm looking for. What am I thinking of eating? I'm not sure yet. Too sad. Not awkward noise.
With.
And then she says,
Dork.
actually, I think I made a sound for that in between. Just in But I don't know if I'll use it. I don't know, it's me talking.
Torque. 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 What is this?
A Trixie plushie. Made it myself.
Why would I need a you plushie?
The plushie.
Oh, not there.
Why would
Here is too long of a pause.
Made it myself.
Why would I need a you plushie?
So when real Trixie is gone, you still have a Trixie to cuddle with.
Torque.
Yeah, I'm still messing around with it.
What is this?
A Trixie plushie. Made it myself.
Why would I need a you plushie?
So when real Trixie is gone, you still have a Trixie to cuddle with.
Torque. What is this?
A Trixie plushie. Made it myself.
Why would I need a you plushie?
So when real Trixie is gone, you still have a Trixie to cuddle with.
Torque.
When does it cut to food or lovemaking? Not on this site. But I totally could do that on my other site. Alternate ending. I totally could. Anyways, I think I'm gonna end stream for now and get some food. Oh, I was scrolled up chat and wondered why, you were saying that Fuda was a North American thing. We were talking about Webkins. Thank you for... I'm not looking at... I don't know what that notification was. Oh, whatever it was, thank you. I am the meal. Yeah, I will do finishing touches to this after stream. After I eat.